This section is going to cover the indications of Remicade in its major markets and its dosage form and the schedule. In August 1998, Remicade was approved by the US FDA for the acute treatment of moderate to severe Crohn's disease in patients who have had an inadequate response to conventional therapies and fistulizing disease. This approval made Remicade the first TNF-alpha inhibitor available in the US. 1 year later, in 1999, Remicade became the first TNF-alpha inhibitor indicated in the US to improve physical function in patients with moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis who have had inadequate response to methotrexate. In October 2004, Remicade was approved for the treatment of active and progressive psoriatic arthritis. In May 2005, the indication was approved to get expanded to include the treatment of psoriatic arthritis. In September 2005, the FDA approved Remicade for being applied to relieve symptoms of adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. In May 2006, Remicade was issued for being used to reduce signs and symptoms and maintain clinical remission in pediatric patients with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease who have had an inadequate response to conventional therapies. In the same year, the FDA approved a new indication for the treatment of adult patients with chronic severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic therapy, and when other systemic therapies are medically less appropriate has been approved. In 2011, the FDA approved Remicade for the treatment of moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis in pediatric patients who have had inadequate response to conventional therapies. In 1999, Remicade became the first TNF-alpha inhibitor approved in the European Union for the short-term treatment of severe active Crohn's disease and fistulizing active Crohn's disease in patients who have not responded to conventional therapies. Since then, the indications of Remicade have been expanding. Up to date, European Medicines Agency has approved Remicade for treatment of rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, ankylosing spondylitis, psoriatic arthritis, psoriasis, and as well as treatment on pediatric patients with severe active Crohn's disease or severely active ulcerative colitis. In 2007, Remicade was introduced to Chinese market, and the 5 indications include treatments of rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, fistulizing Crohn's disease, ankylosing spondylitis, and psoriasis. In December 2001, Remicade became the first TNF-alpha inhibitor approved in Japan for the treatment of moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Currently, Remicade is used to treat patients with Crohn's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, intractable uveal retinitis caused by Behçet's disease, psoriasis, ankylosing spondylitis, and ulcerative colitis. Many additional indications, including refractory Kawasaki disease, Behçet's disease with special lesions, pediatric Crohn's disease, pediatric ulcerative colitis, and increased dose for psoriasis are still in phase 3 study. Infliximab is a lyophilized powder with a scale of 100 mg, and it is given in a 20 ml vial for intravenous infusion. According to the product label, for treatment of Crohn's disease, pediatric Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, pediatric ulcerative colitis, ankylosing spondylitis, psoriatic arthritis, and plaque psoriasis. Infliximab is given by the amount of 5 mg per kilogram of body weight. Infusion is conducted at the 2nd and 6th weeks after the first dose, and every 8 weeks thereafter. To treat rheumatoid arthritis, infliximab is applied in conjunction with methotrexate, and the amount is reduced to 3 mg for each kilogram of body weight.